Hello everyone and welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth, where we've learned a little bit more about what's going on with Von Karma. We know what happened to the suitcase. I think I have a pretty good grasp on what's happening here. It's just a matter of getting those fine details, which is usually the way with these games. Especially early on, where I think they try to make it pretty obvious. And then, you know, kind of blow your mind with the details. You came to this airport to rendezvous with the victim, didn't you? Nonsense. What are you talking about? Oop. We found a profile detailing information about you and the victim's luggage. I suppose it was prepared for him so that he could recognize you when he landed. Which makes him not Mr. Hicks, but rather Interpol Agent Hicks. Isn't that correct? I should have known you'd figure it out, Miles. But it looks like they got to him first. So you really did come here to receive an Interpol agent then? Yes. Agent Hicks was on the trail of a very large international smuggling ring, yep. Are they smuggling art? He went undercover to investigate this crime, and it was I who put him on this case. I was supposed to receive a call from him on his cell phone once he had landed. I never expected to receive a call about his murder instead. Okay, I think we now have pretty definitive evidence. The Agent Hicks came down here to the cargo hold. Yep. But what was he doing down here, sir? There's nothing but luggage. Oh, I get it. Maybe he forgot something in his suitcase and came down to get it. Nope. Ow! Agent Hicks came here for work-related reason. Of that, I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure he was here to investigate the smuggling operation he was observing, which Come on, just tell us if it's art. Do you know exactly how he intended to pursue his investigation? No, unfortunately I was going to find out from him after he landed. I see, but this raises another question. A normal passenger can't access the cargo hold on their own. Agent Hicks must have identified himself to a member of the crew, and entered the cargo hold with that person who let him in. Oh, oops, I think that was Von Karma. Yes, and then he was murdered here. These glass fragments and his broken glasses are a testament to that, and then... The killer put Agent Hicks into one of the spare suitcases, and they entered the elevator, but while they were riding it up, the plane hit that patch of turbulence. Because of the intense shaking, the suitcase popped open and Agent Hicks' body flew out. At the same time, his wallet fell out of his pocket, spilling its contents everywhere. Which explains why there was money scattered all over the floor. Investigation complete! We did it! We won! I think it's pretty easy to say who the culprit is at this stage. No. Because you're blaming what's her name? It wasn't her. Tenero. What? Really, sir? I know what you're thinking, Miles Edgeworth. But the killer can be none other than Miss Rhoda Tenero. You're wrong! If it was a crew member, any of them could have shown Agent Hicks to the cargo hold. But the point to keep in mind is the keycard that allows the elevator to come down here. The only person with such high-level access is Miss Rhoda Tenero. I'd say that's a pretty decisive piece of information, wouldn't you? Nope. I know what she's trying to say, but I'm not certain it's as simple as that. That might be true, but then it could be anyone, including Miss Meal or even the captain. Don't be a fool. A plane without a pilot in the cockpit is like a horse without a rider, crop in hand, much like Scruffy over there. Gah! Can't disagree with her on that. Detective Gumshoe does always need a guiding hand. Very well then, what about the other flight attendant, Miss Meal? Huh, I thought you might ask about her. The point to keep in mind is the keycard, okay. But it's highly likely that the keycard was stolen from Miss Tenero. It's highly likely. Is that possibility the best you can come up with? You call yourself a disciple of my father. No, I'm pretty sure you'd like to forget that. Yes, well, I don't have any evidence. Be quiet, you're a disgrace. There's more evidence pointing to Miss Rhoda Tenero, you know. It's not just the keycard that gives her away. Are you talking about the murder weapon? The Mr. iFly piggy bank. Yes, she's also the only person with a key to open that display case. Further, there's the matter of the key to the display case that held the murderous bank. But that, no, it wasn't it. But that is a fake. Stop right there, Miles Edgeworth. You don't have any proof that this is just a red herring. If you must keep on insisting that it's fake, then what is the real murder weapon and where did it go? Speechless, I see. That's not a surprise. After all, you know that we've searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed. There must be a way. There must be something that can help me rule out the piggy bank as a murder weapon. What should be examined further to help us ascertain the authenticity of the weapon? The body. Right? Francisca, I think you were too quick to jump to your conclusions. Oh, was I? Yes, I don't even have the autopsy results yet. How can I not say that when you've made a snap judgment when you have yet to even see if the wound on Agent Hicks's head is consistent with the murder weapon? Yeah. Ooh, she's mad. Scruffy. Yes, sir. Contact the medical examiner's office at once. I wish to hear the results of Agent Hicks's autopsy. Yes, sir. We got a big problem, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. What is it, Detective? They're still doing the autopsy, but they said that they already know this one thing for sure. Report now. Oh, no, it's the murder weapon! But not really. The doc said that it's one giant bruise from a beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back. Wait a second. From the victim's shoulder to his mid-back, he was beaten over such a wide area? Well, I'd say maybe it's the sign the killer had a grudge against Agent Hicks. It wasn't just his head. The killer went all out and hit him multiple times, sir. Ooh. Alright, that was not what I was expecting. This Scruffy, what is had a grudge against Agent Hicks supposed to mean? Well, that's, Was the wound in the victim's head consistent with the murder weapon, Detective? Oh, well, they said they were still looking into that, sir. You're completely useless. Yow! Sir, I told you already, you can't go down there. I'm gonna assume this is LeBlanc. No, you remove yourself from my way. What is all that racket? Nailed it! My luggage, my cargo. They are mine. I demand you return them to me. Yeah. Dude, he's gotta be it. We're still investigating the cargo hold. Please understand and have a little patience. I suppose there's no choice. Finally, I think he gave... Hey, what are you... You have left me no choice but to use strong force. Ah! You won't get past me. Ah! This is... Wait. That's it. So that's what this whole thing has been about. There's the matter of the key to the display case that held the murderous bank. Ooh, oh, I missed logic. Logic! Even if I don't remember what it was. After all, you know that we've searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed. Nobody could find anything that could be considered the real weapon in the hold. 1% bruise from a beating. Extensive bruising from back of head down to mid-back as if severely beaten. Oh my god, we're getting so much logic. We're going to logic the crap out of this. There's some way for me to prove that this isn't the real murder weapon. Extensive bruising from head down to mid-back as if severely beaten. Nobody could find anything that could be considered a real weapon in the hold. So I think... So yeah, the cause of death does not match that. So let's logic that up. See what we get. Allegedly, the killer struck the victim many times over, which is why there's extensive bruising over such a wide area. But is that really the correct conclusion to draw from the evidence? The bruise from his shoulder to the middle of his back is one continuous mark, which is more suggestive of a single blow to the back. If that's the case, and the piggyback, that's probably supposed to be bank. Someone did recommend the Android version to avoid typos, but I don't have a convenient way to play it. I might look into that for some of the other games, just to fix stuff like this. But for now, this is fine. Piggyback is much too small to have caused that. Therefore, the murder weapon must be something far bigger. The unusually large area of bruising suggested a very large weapon was used. Was it the suitcase? Agent Hicks was on the trail. I was about to... Like, those things contradict each other. Agent Hicks was on the trail of international smuggling ring. I feel like these are the... Like... Smuggling doesn't seem to fit in unless I don't need to... Maybe I don't need to connect these. Alright, well, it's too late. We lose points, we lose points. If we're looking for a rather large weapon, you'd think it would stick out. But so far, we haven't found anything that resembles a weapon of any sort. Perhaps, just perhaps, it's something we all overlooked from the very beginning. Because normally, it's too impossibly big to be taken into consideration. What was that all about? Was he trying to jump his way down here? Francisca! What? What do you want? I found it, Francisca. I found the real murder weapon. You did? He really jumped. We didn't realize it until now, but the answer has been right in front of us this whole time. He might be here. I love the idea that LeBlanc is just like lying, like tased and wounded, and Edgeworth is just like, wait, no, I've got it. And well, Gumshoe, it's like, guys, he's like dying over here. He might be hurt. We should go check up on him, sirs. Where's that pompous attitude of yours again? You should learn to drop that habit. It's coming from a prosecutor, the habit of whipping everyone she comes across. But anyway, if you really are a prosecutor, then you'll have back yourself up with evidence. You two aren't listening at all, are you? Nope. Come on then, show me the real murder weapon you speak of. I don't think we actually have anything. No, that doesn't help. I think the answer is we don't have evidence. I don't have any evidence to show you. A foolish reasoning for a foolish fool from a foolishly foolish fool meant to fool me. What do you mean by I don't have any evidence to show? Perhaps I should have phrased it as that which caused Agent Hicks' death is incorporeal. Forgive me, but I do believe I figured out what was the real cause of death. He fell. The victim fell from a great height and subsequently died as a result. In other words, the real cause of death is free falling to the ground. He fell to his death? Yes, this is the only plausible possibility. The victim has extensive bruising on the back of his head and his back, and the only rational explanation for these injuries is that he fell to his death. But the murder happened inside this plane. I know. Are you claiming that there is some place in this plane from which he could have fallen from? As I said earlier, the answer has been right in front of us the entire time. You can't mean... Yes, I do. The victim fell from the top of the stairs of this very cargo hold. What? Then we're in trouble. We may have a second death on our hands, sirs. Yeah, but he's very possibly the killer. Hey, you, tell me you aren't dead, pal. Hey, quiet, why are you screaming? He's alive. Yay! And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. It's not possible that Agent Hicks fell over the railing to his death. That man is living proof of that. I suppose it's true that it's not possible, given the current circumstances. The current circumstances? What is that supposed to mean? Suppose that large piece of cargo wasn't there at the time. What would have happened then? He would have been the Borginian pancake for sure, sir. I suppose that man over there wouldn't still be breathing. But the reality is that the cargo box is there. There's no point in entertaining your wild hypothetical scenario. But what if it's moved? It may be there now. But there is no proof that it was always there. As if there could have been a window of time when that giant box was not there. But there was. What? What can I use to show her that it's possible for the box to not always be where it is now? No. Oh, wait. Can I check this? Nope. Okay. That's not what I was thinking of. To transfer cargo! It wasn't there! Ooh. I got too excited. Got it! You refueled in the Republic of Jingfa. Yes, this flight had a short layover in Jingfa in order to refuel, but that wasn't the only reason for the layover. We also transferred some cargo. What if the box in question was only transferred onto the plane at that time? To further prove my point, let's take a look at what's next to the box in question. It's labeled Jingfa Express. Correct, meaning it was loaded onto the plane in Jingfa. Yes! We're getting there! Now, what if the box in question was also loaded on at the same time? It would mean that the box was not here in the cargo hold during the Europe-Jingfa leg of the flight, making a clear drop from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death entirely possible. But your theory is still very far-fetched. Then allow me a chance to prove how very likely my scenario is. My first order of business will be to examine the piece of cargo in more detail. Wait, what? What? Begin investigation? No, I solved this. Alright. But I solved the case. I looked at this stuff already. Oh. Yeah, okay, no, wait. Memories of when I worked a part-time mover. Oh my god. Text is so slow. This is a rather large piece of cargo. There's a tag on it, sir. Let's see. Alfred statue. Never heard of it. Nor I, but all I care about is if we can prove it wasn't here at the time of the crime. Now let's get investigating, sir. Ooh. Look here. Do not go about touching my possessions without my permission. Don't rush up on me like that, pal. This just belongs to Mr. LeBlanc, does it? I should see what else I can find out from him. Yeah! Get him to talk. Ooh, talk. Okay. I take it this large piece of cargo belongs to you, Mr. LeBlanc. And of course it is mine. I shipped it from this fine piece of art from Europe. This Alfred statue is worth 10 million cents. No more. No, maybe much more. Mr. LeBlanc's reason for choosing this plane must have been the large cargo hold. 10 million cents. I suggest you stop trying to calculate how many packets of noodles that makes, Detective. Poor Gumshoe. He just wants to be able to eat. Darn, how'd you do that? I feel like you keep getting better and better at seeing right through me every year. I grow with each revolution of the planet around the sun. I have the distinct impression he continues to madly spin in place. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, so that 10 million cents, is that in euros or dollars? That's a fair question. Does it really make a difference to our case? Mr. LeBlanc, there's a chance that your cargo is related to our murder case. I was wondering if you would allow us to examine it a bit closer. It is a very valuable piece of art, so no, there will be no touching. Mr. LeBlanc claims to have bought a piece of art from Europe, but... logic. Why do you show me something of no value? Show me the bread first and maybe we'll talk. Wait, he wants me to pay him before he'll comment on this? Yeah, get lost. Can we go talk to Von Karma? I may have a word with you, Francisca. I don't think you have the time for idle chatter. Oh. You still need to prove to me that your hypothetical situation is in fact reality. Scruffy? Yes, sir. Notice anything? This cargo hold is really big. I can't believe they can fit stuff like that in here. Detective, what are you going on about? We're in the middle of an investigation here. Whoa, stuff's falling on me. Can't get really into my work without something like this happening first. Let's get this show on the road. So which item do you want to start on? In this world, there are those who are masochists, and then there's Gumshoe. Masochistic, and then there's Gumshoe. Man, I can't believe Mr. Hicks fell to his death. I never would have guessed in a million years. That is still only a hypothesis. However, the investigation should prove it to be true. Speaking of falling, I'm glad that guy's art's okay. He took quite the spill. Yes, he was lucky to have landed on top of that piece of cargo. Yeah, I can just see it now. Passenger pays price for police foul-up. Did Prosecutor Edgeworth add fuel to the fire of the first murder with the second death? Yep, I'm willing to bet that'd make the front page. Isn't that funny, Detective? And he's probably right. What exactly is an extremely valuable piece of art, sir? Is it like the stuff you see at county fairs? Somehow I get the impression that it's worth a lot more than you can comprehend. So this thing is worth more than I can imagine, huh? What kind of makes me want to try collecting expensive art? Collecting expensive art. Interesting. It seems there are people out there besides Mr. LeBlanc who know the true value of art. Huh? Are you talking about me, sir? Of course not. Where'd you get an idea like that? Okay. What do we have in logic? I don't know that we have anything to tie that together, though. Like, I know it's being smuggled, but I'm gonna try it because I feel like I've run out of things to do. At least things that make sense. I can start presenting everything in the world to. If Mr. LeBlanc has something to do with the smuggling ring, then it's possible this fake statue is brought on board in Jingfa. I think I need to question him a bit further. Yeah. Oop. Wait. Oh, fake statue. Okay. That's why he won't let us look at it. About your statue, Mr. LeBlanc. I wonder if it might be a fake. Ew, what? How dare you say my art is fake? I suspect that your statue might be the target of an international smuggling ring. Don't say such fantastical things. Those thieves would not dare. Oh, so he didn't know. Is it the pilot and Cammy? Ooh, there we go. That makes a lot more sense. That he was basically used as like a patsy. That makes way more sense. I have the certification of my cargo right here. Do you mean the cargo certification document? Mr. Zinc LeBlanc, why didn't you say so earlier? Please show it to us at once. I can't read this. What does it say? It says as plain as day, the cargo was put onto the plane in Europe. And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. Too bad for you. The statue was brought on board in Europe just as it states in the certificate. No, that's... Which means that there never was a window of time in which the statue wasn't sitting there. What? That doesn't seem right. I respectfully disagree. We can't discount the theory until I see the statue for myself. Then you can have your wish. Look at it yourself and see I am right. I know I've seen this somewhere before. This is the Aleph Red. It gives us such a feeling of art. I can practically smell it. This statue has a high amount of historic value. After it was unveiled at a museum in Europe, I brought it to this country to exhibit it. Okay. believe a closer look is warranted here. And we will handle that closer look in the next episode. All right, I think I'm starting to see how this comes together. I feel like I might be misunderstanding some of these circumstances, but to me, it seems like the pilot and Cammy Meal used this guy to like buy something, and then maybe they swapped it with a counterfeit. But yeah, I'm starting to think those two are the bad guys. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I'd be interested to see if I'm right. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.